All right, Bulls fans. So the Bulls have started 4-0. But today we're going to talk about what's coming next, right after this. All right, exciting time to be Bulls fans. We have started 4-0 for the first time in what seems like forever. Four really solid wins that have all had their own stories within the game. And, there have been goods and bad things that have happened in each game, things that we can improve on. And just looking at the future, right? Because as exciting as a time it is as a Bulls fan, I always try to, like I said, I try to be fair and honest here. I try to be objective, and I try to take my fandom to the side while also giving myself the space on this platform to have my moments of just pure fandom where I'm just seeing red all day, right? But as great as these four games are and have been, and as great as it seemed to see has it been to see the team play at this level and to really start building that chemistry and to just, figure out how to win close games and everything else like this is all good things. But as great as these four games have been, we're just getting started. Because the next month, from the New York game on the 28th, which is this upcoming Thursday, until November 22nd, this next month of the season is really going to tell us where we stand at where it comes to the upper echelon teams in the NBA. So when you look at like our upcoming schedule, we all know about the New York game. I've talked about that heavily, how that is really circled for me, and a game that I'm just going to be watching closely on not only how the Bulls win or lose, it's just how the Bulls play, how the Bulls respond to playing against a big like Randall and a team that's also riding a hot streak all the way back from last season, approved team as well. Then after that, we have Utah. After that, we have Boston. After that, 2 games against Philly. Now, the Philly has their own turmoil, and we'll see how that plays or does not. But like again, Joel Embiid, especially if he's healthy and he's playing, to see how the Bulls defend that, to see how the Bulls respond to playing against somebody like that, it's going to be telling. And and the thing with this is, as good as Zach played, as good as DeMar's played, as good as Alex Caruso's looked, as good as Vooch has even looked in stretches, and we all know Lonzo Ball, especially defensively, is just magical. I still, and I know Bulls fans are really, and this the one thing about the city and this team is that it feels like we always, and I'm sure every franchise is like that, but we turn, seems like we turn on players quite often, and it seems like at least a vocal part of the fandom is really turning on Patrick Williams, doubting what he can be, doubting what he puts on the floor. There's even like calls to start Green over him and all of that, but Patrick Williams is going to be a part of this team, and I don't see them taking Patrick Williams out of the starting lineup anytime soon. That's just my personal opinion on that. Like I say, like to give myself space for on everything. I could absolutely be wrong on that, but Patrick Williams dealing with the ankle, coming back dealing with the shoulder. Yeah, I want to see him be more active, but I can understand why he's not. But this. I'll probably have a video talking about Patrick Williams after the next couple of games, so I'm not gonna eat into my own content that way. But those 2 games against Philadelphia, one at home, one away, and then we Brooklyn, Dallas, Golden State, the Clippers, the Lakers, Portland, Denver, New York again, and Indiana. That is the next month of the Bulls season, and the Bulls are going to be tested in different ways, and seeing how they respond. And I've said this before too as well. Like, yeah, it's great to see the Bulls winning. I want to see them win every fucking game if possible. We're going 82-0. That's the see red version of me. But realistically, there's going to be times in that stretch where we probably lose back-to-back games, or maybe we even go on a 2 or 3 game losing streak. God forbid that happen. But if it does, to see how the Bulls respond to that, to see how the Bulls, like especially in the back-to-back games against Philly, if they lose one of those, how do they come back and game plan, and what adjustments do they make in the next game? All those things. We're really going to, over the next month, not only see how the Bulls respond to now being winners, but also how the coach responds to tough games, how, the game planning goes and everything like that. Overall, as a franchise, the next month is going to test us a lot. And it's going to test us as a fan base, because it's going to be not as good as what it has been, right? Yeah, we love and we should relish this and take time to really appreciate this between now and Thursday. The fact that the Bulls are 4-0, but really, the next month of the Bulls season is going to be just so important to see how they respond, to see everything, and also in the national media conversation. 3 of those games are televised over the course of the time, being the one against Golden State's on ESPN. The Brooklyn and LA games are on NBA TV. And so, with the national media attention growing on this team, the team has to keep winning. And Zach LaVine, we already know that this was going to be the season where he really tries to be that superstar across the league and show that he is here and he's not just a player who put up empty stats on a bad team. Well, that goes for Vooch too. Like, so as we keep developing, just looking at what this next month does, I'm not scared about it at all. Like, that's one thing about this team: win, lose, or draw. I feel like the Bulls are going to be in every game this season, and that's not to say that they may not have a game where they lose by 10 or more points. It happens to every team, right? Every team goes through that over the course of the season. But to see how we respond to it, if it happens, God forbid, or whatever else, but this next month is just really, really exciting time as a Bulls fan. And, I'm not one of those fans that you're some, and I'm not even saying in Bulls fandom, right? I'm saying overall in sports, like, people want to see their teams always like blow every team out. No, the close games I think is what tells you the most about the character of a team. And so that is like the games that we've been having are great. I don't care if the Bulls never blow a team out by 20, but it's all about the wins. It's all about how they play. It's all about how they respond. Our bench, a bench that a lot of people doubted, and that even, looking at the names that are on the bench, it didn't seem like it was going to make sense. But our bench has really shown that they are a solid group of players that are going to play with a lot of heart. And that heart that they play with is really what makes this team so different, is that, yes, we're outperforming the sum of our parts when it comes to the bench, and maybe this team overall in different facets, right? I don't mean like overall as a team period, but I mean like our defense, for example. Our defense is definitely outplaying the sum of our one-on-one parts. If you look at most of that starting lineup, everything about this team is just, it's a Chicago team, right? And it makes sense, that grittiness. And so when the Toronto game, yeah, we were up by 20 at one point. We ended up only winning by 3, but with that being said, they responded, right? And yeah, they made some dumb plays going on through that, but they figured out a way to win. And that's something that we haven't had up until this point. But this next month, like I said, not that it has me worried, not that it has me scared, nothing like that. But this next month is really going to be important to us as a franchise and us as a team. And I think, seeing how this lineup works, the fact that we haven't seen Tony Bradley at all in this regular season yet is like, what's going on there? Io didn't play any last night. I kind of expected Io to come in, especially, when the Bulls lead started going, just with his energy and everything. But when Kobe White may come back over that stretch as well. I think they said it'd probably be till December. But either way, seeing what this team does over the next month is going to be key for the rest of the season, where everything that we need to know about our team in these next 30 days, we're probably going to figure out. Yeah, Kobe White may come back later, and then we'll work him in. But the core part, and not to say that Kobe's not part of the core, but I'm just saying the majority of our team were still healthy. Yeah, Patrick Williams is banged up. Vooch had a sickness and really was able to play through last game, and hats off to him there. And as we continue to build that character, as we continue to define our chemistry and everything else as a team, this next month is going to be highly important. So I want to know down below, what's some of the games you're looking most forward to in the Bulls' upcoming schedule between now and November 22nd? Like I said, the New York game for me, also that Boston game, the 2 games against Philly, also the Golden State game. Oddly enough, I'm really excited to see our backcourt go up. And I know Clay probably won't be back by then, but just to see our team go against Golden State Warriors. And then also, that Brooklyn game is going to stand out and be really good as well. I just wish Patrick Williams is fully healthy by then, because I would love to see him guard KD. So yeah, just overall, that's my thoughts. I just really look at this upcoming month, and I think we're going to know everything that we need to know at that point. By November 22nd, all the national media doubt, everything else is going to be firmly defined in that next month of this Bulls season. So let me know what you feel about it down below. Make sure you subscribe. We are 60 subscribers away from hitting 1,000, which was like my goal 6 months, right? To hit that, and to be we're right at 3 months into the Chicago Bulls Central being a thing, and to be that close to it. So make sure you subscribe as well. Most of the viewers aren't subscribed, but I know that's common for YouTube. I don't like to beg for that or anything, but help me hit my goal. The boss says I need to be at 30 subscribers, at 1,000 subscribers by my birthday, which is December 5th. So let's get there. But like I like to end every video on, go Bulls. I'm out. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.